I take the essence and develop another story on my own that may resemble the original or may not resemble the original. And the very first film that I started my career with is 𝗃𝗃. I have taken the story of a very well-known, reputed film writer like 𝗂𝗵𝗵𝗀𝗀𝗺. After watching the films, he said one thing. He said, Girish, I really like the film because it doesn't resemble my story. Not many writers will be so magnanimous to say such things. But he said, that should be the way of adoption. Otherwise, why should one do the adaptation? If I get the same image, same kind of emotional impression, then why should a film be made? And that's the impression, that's the opinion he gave, and I thought it's very valid. So there are two ways of adapting a story into film. One is to be very faithful and do the film in letter and spirits. Only the thing is that they substitute the literary word with the images. I don't like that kind of adaptation at all. Then where is the creativity?
Yeah.
There's another way of adapting the stories into films. You get inspired by the story and try to develop a new story from that. So that fascinates me a lot. I have adopted, in all my 16 films, that format. None of them resemble the original short story. I am very fortunate. I am one of the very fortunate filmmaker in the world, probably in the world, where all my writers are happy with my adaptation. They have said, fantastic. Though the film doesn't resemble their stories at all. Why does one do this? For many things, that kind of adaptation offers you many different, diverse interpretation to the story. One is that you are looking at the story from today's perspective. So there are other tensions, there are other way of looking at things. You negotiate with the story and bring out new meaning in it. Meaning that are not there. Probably possibilities that were there, but it was not fully developed, or you are seeing new meaning in it, or responding to that story. In a way, that is very fruitful for many reasons. One is you get the director's perspective on it, you get contemporary interpretation of the thing. More than that, the negotiation of the literature and cinema, you see that. I use this style also because you see the expression in cinema and expression in literature is quite different. Because you use words which are basically not concrete, and you use words to express certain ideas. Whereas in cinema we use images to. The words by nature, they are not concrete, they are abstract. So you are using abstract words to create a concrete image. But in cinema, the material itself is concrete. The image that you see is concrete. So my attempt is by using concrete images, trying to create an abstract notion. So a film which is a faithful adaptation of the original doesn't interest me, because you are trying to you are trying to replace words with concrete visuals. Where is the new creativity?